Monday, November 10th, 2014. An experiment funded in part by the U.S. Army Research Office has created internet telepathy a reality. Having started back in August of last year, what it did was have one person wear this head cap and sit in front of a computer with no mouse or keyboard and think of what he wanted to do within the virtual world before him. In another room, someone else received the translated brain signals via the internet and controlled the game without seeing what he was doing. This new internet mind-reading program opens the door to a whole new world of possibilities.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
However, the fact that the US Army funded part of this, I fear weaponization is around the corner, and worse yet, the ability to alter the target's mind by hacking a brain connected to this. What is a brain if not a computer? Computers can be reprogrammed. Researchers at North Carolina State University have developed little robot backpacks to equip the cockroaches in order to use their ability to crawl through the areas unreachable by our current search and rescue bots. Somehow, the backpacks will allow officials to control the insects while searching for people trapped in once impossible situations. However, the last thing someone needs to see while grasping to every breath they can get is a cockroach entering their little space. Since 2012, 17,230 children were reported to have been exposed to the chemicals within laundry detergent pods like these. That's an average of one child per hour in the past 2 years. Of that number, only 700 ended up in the hospital. Of that, 144 suffered eye injuries, 30 went into comas, 12 had seizures, and 1 died. Now, yes, I have been blessed with parents who are so good at their family job that in reality I would rank them within the top 50 best parent couples in the world. But seriously, does it take an act of God to get a parent to teach their children not to grab anything colorful and jam it down their throat faster than a whore with a penis? Humanity as a species is overpopulated and uses more resources than can be replenished, of the few that can be replenished. This is natural selection at work. Let the stupid kill themselves, and let the stupid adults remove from themselves the ability to raise yet more stupid into our world. And officials of the Board of Health in Winchester, Massachusetts is looking to step on the rights of their citizens, starting with an outright ban on smoking. If passed, this would be the first of such a ban within the history of this country. However, just because something is illegal doesn't mean it suddenly vanishes. Today from the past. In 2006, the National Museum of the Marine Corps in Quantico, Virginia was opened and dedicated by U.S. President George W. Bush. In 1989, German citizens began to bring the Berlin Wall down.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Tear it down. Reagan smash. Reagan smash.
What's that?
Oh, it's just Reagan. Just leave him alone. He'll tire himself out.
Reagan sleepy.
In 1983, Bill Gates introduced Windows 1.0. In 1969, National Education Television, which would later be replaced by the public broadcasting system in the U.S., debuted the children's TV program Sesame Street. In 1954, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower dedicated the USMC War Memorial, aka Iwo Jima Memorial, in Arlington National Cemetery. In 1951, with the rollout of the North American Numbering Plan, direct dial coast-to-coast telephone service began in the U.S. In 1865, Major Henry Wires, the superintendent of a prison camp in Andersonville, Georgia, was hanged, becoming the only American Civil War soldier executed for war crimes. And in 1775, the U.S. Marine Corps was founded at Tun Tavern in Philadelphia by Samuel Nicholas. Births: Tracy Morgan, 1968. Screaming Lord Sutch, 1940. Winston Churchill, 1871. Geek News. And yet again, there is not really any geek news. I mean, like, there was a story about Microsoft copywriting Battletoads. There was a couple other things that were kind of on the borderline of interesting, but kind of not really, kind of blah, blah. I need to find more sources for geek news. I'm going to reestablish Blizzard News as a geek news source. Also going to look at other places, but if you, the viewers, have any interesting sources for news of the geekery, nerd, dweeb, dork, or anything of people like us, gamers and such and so on, people like, people who enjoy Dungeons and Dragons, or who enjoy LARPing, or who enjoy playing role-playing games, both IRL or on the computer, people who understand what AFK means, all those people. But, once again, no geek news, so just bear with me. Gotta get better sources and better ways to stuff. Anyway, that is it for the show today. Links to everything I've talked about, as well as more information on those stories, as well as several stories I did not report on today's show, are in the underbar. Don't forget to look right, left at every intersection and rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. You will see me tomorrow. One take.
Hey, did you know that carrots are good for your eyesight?
You lied to me.